Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you watched my last video, you probably had a good indication of where I was going with this next video. And that is unboxing and looking into the Woodland Mills Blade Tooth Setter. Let's get this box opened up and see what's inside. Alright, so it comes with an operator's manual, which is always good, and there's a few pieces in here, but compared to the sharpener, not too many, so it looks like setup shouldn't be too hard. If you're just starting out like I am into trying to sharpen your own sawmill blades, one of the first questions you would have is, what is a blade tooth setter and what do I need one of them for? And what you might be surprised to learn is that all of these teeth on the band are not in a straight line. And what I mean by that is, I'm not sure if you can see, but this tooth is actually tilted a bit this way. This one's perfectly straight up and down, and then the next one's tilted in this way. And they kind of repeat like that. This way, straight, this way, straight, this way. And I'm exaggerating the angle a little bit. And from what I understand, the reason for that is to help clean away sawdust out of the log as you're cutting through it, and also to leave a little bit of a space so that as your blade goes through, it doesn't bind as easily. So the blade tooth setter really helps you in restoring the band back to how it was originally when it was new. Once you've used a band, it's all dull used. You sharpen it, and then the blade tooth setter helps you to restore the proper angles to all your teeth if you've hit something or just through wear. Maybe they've got a little bit out of line, so this is to help you make sure they're restored back perfectly to the way it was when it left the factory. So I'm gonna stop there with the explanations because I'm a beginner at doing this and I don't wanna try to come off like I know more than I actually do. I just thought if you're looking into one of these or looking into sharpening your own blades or just looking into getting a sawmill, you might want a basic idea of what this is for. So I've got the manual open now. I'm gonna start assembling it. I don't think assembly will take too long. It looks like the first thing I wanna take out is this thing called the setter base subassembly. Also need the advancement arm subassembly. Which appears to be this. Well, that's what you get for trying to jump ahead. I went and grabbed the 2 size wrenches that it says here in the manual, but they actually include the wrench in here, so free wrench. I guess it's not free.
And this assembly is incredibly easy. The advancement arm just needs to be bolted onto the subassembly. There's one nut that you have to tighten up to put it on there, and that is the entire assembly portion. Then they want you to zero out the digital indicator, which is their very easy step. You can see here in the diagram, they show you exactly how to take the calibration plate that they sent, and you just put it in there against the anvil and the setter plunger and zero out the scale. They say to attach the unit to something solid. I decided just to screw it right down to the table. That should be nice and solid. The blade it's very easy to set in here. There's just 2 grooves on each end that you slide the blade right into, as you can see here. And then once you get it set in place, you just take your gauge tool here and it fits over the one end there, and you can see that you can also put it on backwards for when you have to reverse it. There's nothing it sits against, you just have to wiggle it around till it fits over top of the blade. And then I just built up the other end with a few blocks of wood so that it was sitting at an even height all the way around. Now what they want you to do is check to make sure that the setter is going to be pushing your blade in the exact right spot. So I just work the blade through one tooth at a time until I get the right one facing in the right direction, and check that it's going to be pushing right in the center of the blade. And then I just kind of do a fine-tuning little adjustment here on the bolt. You can kind of see so that when I press it right in, that will stop it, and they want it to stop at 1.2 centimeters. So I know it's kind of blurry there, but or dark, you can see it stopped at 1.35. I'm gonna try a couple just to see if I get a good average or not, but 1.28, 1.17, and if you're familiar with centimeters, these are not very big differences at all. 1.17 again. So I kind of just do this slowly and make small adjustments along the way. Before too long, I've went all the way around so I can flip the gauge around to the other side, hit all the teeth that are going the other way, and that's one blade done. And before too long, it doesn't take too long to do this task at all. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.